Hey guys, it's Andrew, and I am here with another podcast for you for the Deal Finders podcast. And I'm so excited that you're here because that means that you are listening, you're paying attention, and you are building your business. Hopefully, you're taking action from these podcasts. So I'm going to get in today, and it's not an interview. I'm going to share with you some information, some things that I learned from actually doing deals and working with a few of our deal partners, but a conversation that I had earlier today with one of our deal partners that made an impact on these that I wanted to make sure I share with you because the point of this podcast, the point of these videos and the time that we put into this is so that you can learn from what we are doing, what others are doing, so that you can move your business forward. And on that note, just wanted to let you know that we do have our next level mastermind, Deal Finders Mastermind, coming up in August. We are selling the tickets now for that. This is not a beginner event. This is if you are actively doing deals. Just let me know if you're interested in that. Send me a message. Find me Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and I'll send you the link for that. All right. It's not a beginner event. It is for people doing deals that are looking for ways to do better, to really maximize on their efficiency of what they're doing today, and or move into the next level, right? Move up, figure out what to do next in your career. Okay. So now let's go back to what we talked about today. And it was a conversation with one of our deal partners. And we started talking about doing deals, right? Which is what we do. And we got into kind of the 5 Ds, which is a whole nother video. And I went through those in depth on a couple of videos, I'm sure, but definitely a podcast here recently. And that's, let me just give them to you. We got the 5 Ds, which is doubt, discomfort, disappointment, distraction, and then discovery. Okay. So we have those 5 steps and 5 experiences in the investor and entrepreneurial journey. And one of the ones that we talked about today was distraction. And the thing with distraction is that in real estate, it is everywhere. It is all around you. And if you're watching this on the Deal Finders podcast channel, you probably have distraction over here and probably above. And right about now, there's probably a commercial coming in, right? Because, that's just what they do to you. They distract you over and over and over again. And the problem with that is it can take your eye off the ball. And so this particular partner of ours, we are going in and we're doing flips together. And we've got 2 right now that we're about to jumpstart putting earnest money down on. We've got another contract that we're doing due diligence on. But then there's this really great opportunity that's it's big. There's a lot that goes with it. Potential mobile home parks and trailer parks and rental properties. And so we're talking through that. We're evaluating, potential. And what we had to do and what we kind of had to step back and say, you know what? There's going to be all of these opportunities. Real estate is full of opportunity and distraction. And if we start really diving in and doing full on due diligence and getting prices and getting zoning and codes and figuring out how to separate this land and putting it together, it will take our eyes off what we're really trying to do in our partnership program, which is flip a couple of houses and get through that, right? So yes, it's an opportunity. Yeah, it might stink to miss out on it, but we can't let FOMO drive our business decisions. So what does that mean to let the distractions go? Just remember what you're doing. Make your business so good and so profitable that you can come up for air and look at other opportunities. But don't do it until you actually have your flips going or your rentals going, whatever that is. So we teach and coach through doing some flips profitably, get the flips going, get the active income through real estate. Then you can invest in those passive items like rentals and things like that. So one of the crazy things that what it reminded me of, and this is the analogy I use all the time, which is real estate is like it's like a baseball team. People come and they ask, well, where they say, I'm a real estate investor. And I hear it from wholesalers all the time. I'm an investor. Okay, well, what does that mean? What do you invest in? And if you're a wholesaler, you're not actually an investor. You're a wholesaler. You're active income. There's not a problem. There's no problem with that. But you're not actually buying and investing. You're you're just selling a thing like agents, right? They're not investors. It's transaction based, not a problem. That's active income. We do that as well. But when you talk to real estate investors and like, I'm an investor. Okay, well, what do you do? Well, I own mobile home parks, or I just talked to a guy who's like, I build hotels, and there's people that do self-storage, and actually got an awesome dude, Alex Pardo, is going to be at our mastermind event talking about self-storage. But there's different places. I think about it as the baseball team. I play baseball. Well, you might be a DH hitter, or you might be the center fielder, or you could be the pitcher, right? There's so many different things that you do. And here's where the analogy really kicks in, which is that distraction. Because we all know, especially as kids, that right fielder really wants to be the pitcher. They really want to be the catcher. But if that right fielder leaves his position and he goes and tries to be the pitcher, well, now we have a vacancy. We have a hole in right field, and things aren't getting done. If that right fielder starts going to practice and he's working with the catchers, and he's working out, he's really looking at watching how they catch and how they, block the balls, well, then he's not working on catching fly balls and working on his mission and working on his business. He loses focus, and that's how things slip through. You make silly errors. Now, hopefully you guys, baseball is American sport, right? Is that still the case? I don't know. It might be soccer now. I mean, whatever. But hopefully you get the analogy. And the funny part of using the baseball analogy is that if you've ever seen T-ball, toddler T-ball is, it's the funnest thing to watch if it's not your kid on the field, or if you're trying to coach them. If you're trying to coach them, it is awful because you're trying to keep them in order. Trust me, I've been there. But the same thing happens when us investors start looking at all the pretty distractions, and we want to go do everything. And if you've ever been there to see the toddler T-ball, it doesn't matter if you're right field, left field. You could be in the dugout. When the ball gets hit, every single one of those kids runs to the ball and they tackle each other, and they're wrestling the ball away from each other, and they're not getting anybody out. Nobody's playing their position. They're just fighting over it, and they all have this FOMO, and they all don't want to miss out on getting that baseball. That can happen in real estate, and the problem with that is for you and your business is you lose focus on what you're doing, what your projects are doing, what your investments and your money is doing, and it can cause a lot of pain in your business because you got distracted, took your eyes off the ball, and went looking for something else. So, y'all, I hope this helps. I hope this really helps get rid of some of that FOMO. It's not going to eliminate it. Part of these 5 Ds is that they come back over and over again. Listen, I get distracted. I get FOMO. I see shiny objects out there too, and I'm like, ooh, let's dive in on this. But then when I realize I'm taking all this time focusing on this, where my business, where we're good at making revenue, we know how to make it work. We start losing out on those. We start missing that. That becomes a problem. So focus on your position. Find out what you're going to do. And if it's real estate, if you've decided real estate is what's going to help you build wealth, generate cash flow, or, get out of that day job and build your active income. If you've decided real estate is that for you, well, you need to check out Deal Finders Club. Come check out our live events, listen to the podcast, come into the Facebook group. This is what we're here for. People that are using real estate to build wealth, generate cash flow, and create their revenue. Okay. So if you're already doing deals, this mastermind is for you. That's coming up August 26th and 27th. Listen, it's okay if you're not doing deals yet, or if you're really just getting started and you need to find a place to connect with other investors, learn the business, and then start building into that. Well, let's partner up. We have an application to see if you would be a good fit for a deal partner, and we can go do a couple of deals together, and then you could see if this is right for you. All right. Well, let us know if you need anything. We are looking forward to having the Deal Finders Mastermind and our next live event. All of that can be found at dealfindersclub.com. Check out the top for events, for mastermind, and the connect tab up there if you want to reach out. I hope this helps. Look forward to seeing y'all soon. And until then, go find a deal. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the REI Deal Finders podcast. You can find out more and apply to be a part of the REI Deal Finder community at reidealfinders.club.